What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Creative Culture. This is your boy Nehemiah.
And Ashley.
How you doing today, sweetheart?
Doing good.
Pregnant?
Yeah.
Ready to pop this baby?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you're making it to your due date. I'm just gonna keep it real with you.
I don't know. We'll see.
But how's everything going in your body? How's your body feeling? Obviously, this pregnancy has been a little different. So how is Ashley's body doing?
It's come to the point where everything just hurts. Especially like my ribs. It's just so uncomfortable. Like I have like this like stabbing pain. It's just like something's just discomfort. Like it's like dislocated. I don't know. It's just something's just like it needs to be popped. What happened?
No, you're good.
Oh. But other than that, I feel fine. I feel good.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
You ready to be how do you say it? A mother of two?
I think so. I feel like it's our time for our family to grow and, give Isla that sibling that she deserves and wants, because my poor baby be playing by herself sometimes, and it's only so much that I can be playing with her because I get tired.
And not only that, but she's also very energetic. She's very I wouldn't say high maintenance because that doesn't sound right for a child. That's wild high maintenance. She's like very active. She's a very active child. So I know that her having a sibling is going to, I think, calm her down a little bit. Obviously, because baby sister, I gotta be quiet, baby sister, that type stuff. And I'm excited to see her step into a big sister role. I think she's going to be.
Era.
No, don't even say that.
Why not?
It's cringy, bro. It's that era stuff. It's cringy.
Something era. I'm in my thing era.
Somebody posted, as a content creator that I follow. He's a Christian content creator. I won't mention his name, but in his bio, he put "in my healing era." I said, "Bro, get out of here, dog." Era my nalgas over here talking about era.
Everyone's in the era.
I'm in my father of two era. Shut up, get out of here. Yeah, today you have a topic that you want to talk about that you briefly mentioned. I told you to be quiet. Let's talk about it. Because I think it's a great topic to talk about, especially in the creative side when it comes to the creative of the. That's not content, huh?
Just photography.
Photography in general. So I'll let you just take it away and we'll talk about it.
All right. So I saw this Facebook post because I'm part of like this like photography like type of group that you can like comment and get advice from, or just post your work and stuff. So there was this girl that I saw post that she was very like bothered by another photographer charging
a lot of money,
starting at $8,500 for a wedding, and that's like starting price. And she was so bothered by it that she like did a whole rant about it on Facebook, and people were like on her. She was just like getting bashed on a low key.
No, high key.
No, yeah.
No, it was high key. According to what you were telling me, it was high key.
It was. And like, so let me see if I can find her post. I screenshot it, I know. But I was just like very surprised how people can be so, I don't even know the word, like just so opinionated to like somebody else's business. Like I don't know, it's just here, let me see if I can find it real quick. I don't even know if did I save it?
It to me is just crazy how people
right here.
It's crazy to me how people opinions affect people so much, and
that they have to like talk about it. Like,
yeah, like for me, I mean, granted, we're even talking about it, but
no,
like,
but yeah.
For instance, for me, it's just like, It does. Who cares? Your worth is your worth, and if you believe you should be getting charged X, Y, and Z, then you should be
Charge it.
charge it. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. But go ahead.
Okay, so I found the post, and she had said, "I have an opinion of someone's photography being $8,500, being an insane price, and I get bashed on." And she was basically saying like, not everyone's rich. $8,500 of someone's like, that's like worth of someone's like entire wedding, basically. Like she was saying,
Yeah,
like not everyone's rich.
Because I think our wedding was
It was less.
It was under 10 for sure. Under 10.
It was probably like around 8.
Yeah.
But
our next wedding, that's gonna be about a $30,000-$40,000 wedding. No,
for our 10 year.
But go ahead.
So she was just like, so she said that, and then she was like, seriously, this is the second time I felt the photography community like just people just like being like, I don't know. So people were just commenting and like basically like saying like, if you can't afford it, then don't buy it. Like not a lot of people, obviously everyone has their own like financial, like, you know,
there's different classes. There's the low class, middle class, and high class. There's a reason why everything is in 3 stages.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, if you are a low classman and nothing wrong with it, and you have a wedding and you can only afford a photographer for low class, then guess what? There's low class photographers, there's mid class photographers, and there's high class photographers. That when it comes to charging, because a low class could still be shooting as a high class, but they don't have their prices in that. You know what I'm saying? Like for us, I think we're in the middle.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, you don't shoot middle. You shoot high. In my opinion, you shoot high end. For me, I'm gonna be honest. If you're, and this is, I don't even, it's kind of sad to say it this way, but like if your name was bigger, if Capturing Moments was bigger, I'm pretty sure your prices wouldn't be where they're at right now.
Oh no, I would charge.
Granted, we start like in elopements. We'll be honest. We starting at $800 for an elopement. Let's be honest. If your name was a little bit bigger, our elopements would be at probably starting $1,500.
Yeah.
Because you're not giving them $800 worth of photography. You're giving them a few $1,000s worth of photography because you've worked on your craft. You've worked on, you have a gift of the coloring. Like when people say, what LUT you use? Or I mean, not LUT, I'm sorry, that's video. But what preset you use? You're like, none. Is my own preset that I've created because you've created your own look. You've created your own color. Yeah. So I think in reality, when we have our 10 year, our photographer probably going to be $10,000. Why? Well, because that's what they do. Like video wise, I ain't gonna lie. I want Justin Porter to come do our video. I know that man going to be like 20 racks. Because he comes with 6 people and he got to come from Texas with all his equipment. But that dude shoots a documentary film. He shoots a TV reality show video for you.
Yeah.
But he knows his worth. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be charging what I charge.
Oh, no.
For a video. One, I'm nowhere near as good as he is.
Yeah.
But secondly, you know that you got to charge a certain price because you know your worth as of right now. Like, you know your worth is a lot higher, actually. You and I both know that. But we also know the reality of I don't have a backing behind me where I can charge that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for some people that are probably listening to this are going to be totally against what I'm saying. No, you need to charge this because that's your worth. I understand that. But you sometimes have to not lower you kind of have to sometimes lower your standard in order for people to see the worth that's really in you. And
also just to know your name.
Yeah.
Because also, I feel like this industry it's not that it's oversaturated because, I mean, yes and no it is, but there's clients for everyone. There's millions and billions of people on this earth. And
facts, bro.
Like, I don't know, I just feel like in order to like, I don't know, like you said, to charge as much as like that you know your worth, and you have to have that clientele like behind you. And like, as everyone know, we just moved back to the Bay Area. a year ago. And I feel like I've been doing pretty good, you know, rebuilding my clientele. Honestly, 2023 was probably one of my best years of shooting here in the Bay Area since we ever lived here in the last 3 times that we have.
I agree 100%. It's you've been
because
you've been getting it.
And it's just all been elopements, and I truly appreciate all of that. And like, you know, all those people that had hired me, they were like, you know, I recommend you to all my friends and like this and then a lot of people have, and they've come to me. So, and I know slowly, I mean, I've been slowly kind of raising my prices and people have been paying. So yeah, man, it's
you talking about raising your prices. I'll be honest, at first when you came to me and said, hey, I rose my prices for my Lomans from this to this, I starting price, and I was like, babe, it's a lot. And you were like, no, it's not. And I was just like, okay, well, if that's what you want, then do it. And you said I raised my retainer fee from this to this, and you literally like doubled it.
Yeah,
almost.
People been paying,
and people like, okay, who do I send it to? And I'm like, okay. So it was even like to me, like, hey, your wife knows what she's doing. She knows her worth, and she knows the value that she's bringing to people's life when she goes and shoots an elopement. And secondly, in elopements, you're signing 99% of the time as their witness anyway. You about to charge them for, hey, if you want me to be a witness, an extra $50. No, I'm just kidding. But like, how many witnesses have you already been a witness to in weddings and elopements?
Gosh, I don't know, at least more than 5.
That's crazy. But to me, it's they see the value in you, and I feel like some people are like, dang, she's only going to charge me that much.
Yeah.
Because people do know that some people charge outrageously and they don't give you the quality. See, the thing is, I think you charge at a great price. You're right in the middle, right? Yeah. You're not too expensive, but you're not also cheap.
Yeah.
And you're also not giving them halfway work. Like, you're not giving them half done work. Like, I've seen you put hours in. I see the way that you edit. I see the way that, you know, man, there's the shadows on her face on this side, and you match it to the other side. Like, I've seen you do that. I've seen you erase a lot of people from a background. You know what I'm saying? And it's no AI. You doing this hand by hand. You're not taking the easy way out. And people don't also always see that. But since you've been filming a little bit here and there about you doing that and putting it on your TikTok, no matter if it's 2,000-3,000 views, the fact is you're getting 5 people booked because of that video. Yeah. Because they're seeing the work that you're putting in. And for this lady who's starting at $8,500 for their weddings, I don't think there's a problem with it. No. She knows the market that she's going towards, and she knows, and let's be honest, she's also got a following.
I don't know. Kind of.
Remember, we saw
she has about like 17,000 followers.
That's
on
still
Instagram.
Following.
Yeah.
And not only that, but her pictures are nice.
They truly are. And a lot of like people were even bashing her, like not even like photographers, just like people that aren't in that world. Like, they're just like, and I personally I love this trend where it's like that, like blurry, like you're running away type of like timeless feel. Like, it's that grainy, blurry, like type of look. And I get it. A lot of people don't like that. And that's fine, because photography is an art. Not a lot of people are going to like your art. No. And that's why there's so many photographers. And so people would just be like commenting on her, that photographer that charges $8,500 is like, well, like, you're not worth that because I'm getting blurry photos. Like, who wants blurry photos and this and that? And like, so going back to that one girl that originally posted about her, like, she was just like getting, like I said, bashed on a little bit low key. High key. And like, she was just like commenting like her photography alone isn't worth that. Like, no one's is that worth that much to start.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
So Bernard Hopkins, he's a phenomenal boxer. If you guys don't know who he is, this guy was boxing at like 50 years old, still fighting these dudes. But he says this. He says, if you don't know your own value, somebody will tell you your value, and it'll be less than your worth. Like, go ahead, continue with that. Because if you think about what she just said is, oh, she's not even worth that. Because when you're not the person that's creating the value, you will always devalue somebody because you want them to fit in your pocket.
Yep.
And if they can't fit in your pocket, Well, guess what? They're not meant to be in your pocket, bruh.
Yes. And that's what got I normally don't comment on stuff.
And you did.
And I commented like saying like, who are you to tell someone's like who are you to tell somebody else's like, oh, you're not worth that. Like you're not. No, don't do that. You don't bring other people down. And she even had said too, like, oh well, it's not that. Oh, people were like telling her like, oh well, I bet you if you could charge that much, you would. And she'll be like, yeah, I would, but I can't, or something like that. And then people were just like, so she was kind of like going back and forth, like saying like, it's not that I wouldn't charge that much. I would.
You know what it is? Jealousy.
That's what I thought.
Jealousy and envy for somebody. When you can't see somebody else in your industry win.
Oh my God, don't.
When you cannot see somebody else in your industry win. I'll shout out right now a whole bunch of podcasts that I listen to that are winning and some that I've helped start. And I want to see them win. I don't care. There's enough people. God places the people that you need to touch, the people that you need to photograph, the people that you need to speak to through these cameras, through a podcast, whatever you want to say. Those are the people that God has for you.
Yeah.
And don't hate that somebody else knows their value so much that they're willing to say, hey, for me to come to you to take pictures of your special day, this is my worth. This is what I'm charging because this is what I know I'm worth.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know her worth, and that's why she had to do that, not knowing that the photography community that you're in was going to come back at her like, what are you doing?
You don't do that. Like, and people are like, how can you say that? Oh yeah, if I could charge that much, I would, but you're bashing her for her charging that much. And it's like,
because you're jealous, bro.
Yes.
Jealousy, man. Jealousy, they said comparison is a thief of joy.
It is.
But jealousy is literally
right along with it.
It's the thief of your passion. It's the thief of your calling. It's the thief of what you're supposed to do. It's the thief of you. You start to kill your own aspirations and dreams and passions and thoughts that you have for the future and your vision by you not comparing, but by you now tormenting someone else's and by devaluing someone else's and
you don't even know them,
bro. You're devaluing a person that, like, come on,
and
bro.
And then also,
go ahead,
like, people say, no, I know we're both passionate, but like people say, like, you can't compare. I can't compare my chapter 1 to your chapter 20.
Dang, like, that's easy.
Everyone, you don't know what she had to go through, what she had to learn, like, to get to that place where she can charge that much.
That's good. That's good.
And it's just like, it just baffles me because it's like, bruh, how can you like say someone, how can you talk about like someone's like business like that, or like how they run their business? And like, she was just like going off, and I was just like,
no, if you have your own, everyone has their own opinion,
of course.
And that's the one thing that I love and hate about us, United States of America. The fact that we have an opinion and it's great. But the fact is that you want to get on this darn thing right here. And when you want everyone to agree with your opinion in a sense. And to me, it's like, yo, that's not it. Because we're not all meant to be the same people. That's why we're different colors, different sizes, different shapes. We come from different backgrounds and we have different ethnicities. We're all different.
Yeah.
We're a big coloring. We're literally that coloring package that we get out of. Everyone's a different color. Everyone is used differently. Everyone does things differently.
Yeah.
My dad will never do a podcast, but he will preach the paint off the wall in his church, that, you know, at the church. But he won't sit on a podcast. Why? Because to him, that's more intimidating when he has a camera in front of him.
Instead of people.
But when my dad has 5,000-6,000 people in front of him,
he gets hyped up.
He's
and
ready to go. He's preaching like crazy.
Yeah.
You might think he black. I'm like, boy, you Puerto Rican, boy. You better calm yourself down. You know, I'm just kidding, Dad. I love you, Dad. No, he does. But I'm just saying, like, some people, man, like Pastor Ron won't be a Pastor Mike Todd. Pastor Mike Todd will expose everything about his life on social media. Pastor Ron is a more reserved person. Why? Just he's built differently. Pastor Hope, she be all over social media, but Pastor Ron don't. And they married and they're a couple. and they've been together for God knows over 30 years, but they're different people.
Yeah.
They're in different places. Pastor Ron has only released, I think, one book. I think he said. Pastor Hope just released a new book. Her second or third book or something like that. I think it's her second one. Might be her third one. But still, like, just look at our examples in our church. They're different.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. Everyone has different followers. Everyone leads people differently. Everyone charges things differently. Like, man, bro. And then it becomes narcissistic because then you start to want to be that person. And so what you do is you devalue that person only because you want to be that person. You start dressing like them. You start talking like them. You start acting like them. And every time they got something to say, you always want to put yourself in the middle of it because, you flying? Oh, well, I flew out these many times already. Why? Because you don't even like who you are, because you don't know who you are. Mm-hmm. And you don't know whose you are. I'm sorry, I'm getting off track, but go ahead, babe. Because you got something to say, and I've been just... No. I get passionate about this stuff.
No, but it's just crazy how bothered she got by it, and like bothered enough to like post it on social media, and like she was just, yeah. So going back to her comment, she did comment saying like, this page has been nothing but rude and unhelpful to me. Even when I've asked for help in the past, I've received nothing. And as soon as I post something about my own opinion, I get bashed on. And like, I don't know. It's just...
Might be a reason why. I
don't know. I just feel like everyone has, like you said, everyone has their own clientele that God brings to them. And like, there's no need to like hate on other people. And I get it. This industry is very competitive. Extremely. And very like chin up in a way.
We know some photographers that are very chin up. Matter of fact, we've taken pictures with some of them. Yeah. But it's like, just because you got 20,000 followers don't mean nothing.
Yeah. It's just crazy how social media can make you feel like you're this person.
You're entitled to an opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion in their own right, but it's like you don't have to
always say it.
I don't listen. There's things that I see, people that you and I both know, that I'm like, but I'm not gonna sit here and bash them. No. I would never do that. That's not me.
You don't want to curse yourself.
Exactly, bro. Man, I'm gonna throw this phone at you, woman. Exactly what you do. She might have just cursed herself.
She did. People were bashing her, so it made her feel even like.
But what happens if some of your clientele sees that?
Yep. Well, we don't want to work with people like that.
We don't want to work with you because you actually want to charge that, but because
you can't, like,
you can't. It's like you're settling. Yeah. And I understand. You don't have to settle, but know the reality of the places that you're in. This lady probably didn't start at 8,500.
Probably started at 85.
She probably started at 100. Yeah. She probably started at $600, $800. You don't know your weddings. You started. I remember when me and you started doing weddings together. I think you were only charging like what, 800, 700
for a whole day.
For a whole day.
Yeah.
Ask us now for a whole day. How much you charge for a whole day?
I think I start like at...
No. What's your highest package right now for photography? For just photos strictly?
For just photos?
Yeah.
For a full day?
Because I remember you and I did a wedding. It was you and I. I think we had charged them $800 for 7 hours.
Is that my first?
It was like 7 or 8 hours.
What wedding?
It was someone way back there. Yeah. I think right before we even had Isla.
I don't remember.
But it was like I don't remember. It
was less than 1,000 for sure.
It was $800. I remember.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say who it is but I know who it is. I'll tell you off camera. You know who it is too, but I'll tell you off camera who it is.
Oh. Yeah. So it was for sure like less than 1,000.
It was 800. I know how
for
much
a full
it was.
day.
I listen, girl. I know my numbers.
And now
we charged $100 an hour, $50 each. Yeah. I know. I remember. Now, what's your highest package for that 8 hours?
I start at 45.75.
No. But what's your 8 hour? What's exactly?
Yeah,
It's
45.75.
45.75. Almost $5,000 now for 8 hours. But it's because one, you've built yourself up to that. You're not shooting on a Canon T3i anymore.
Yeah.
You're shooting on something else. You're not using a basic lens that comes with the kit. No, these are prime lenses that you have purchased along the way.
Yeah.
You're no longer editing on your phone. Now you're editing on a MacBook on Lightroom Classic. You're creating your own colors. You could not charge $45.75 years ago when we did that wedding.
No.
Because you weren't at that level.
No.
Now you're at the level in the position that you can say, hey, I want to charge this. And you already said it. Every year I'm going to add a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit. Why? Because you're gaining knowledge every single year. Every single shoot, you learn something new. It sucks that people literally like don't understand. And to me, when you were telling me this in the car, it was literally the first thing that came to my mind is she don't know who she is.
No. And I don't know, I kind of stalked her page a little bit, and yeah. Not to like.
There's a reason why she ain't charging $8,500. Yeah. Let's be honest.
Yes.
And this is not.
And it's not to like bash her, like her work, because I get it. I was in that position. My work was awful in the beginning. Listen, I'm not gonna lie.
Go to her ugly. Go to her Instagram. We're gonna when this
scroll
releases,
the way down.
When we release this, we're gonna put some of these pictures on this. I'm gonna make a reel of how terrible her photos were in the beginning, and then we're gonna look at them now.
Yeah, it's like black and white. Like it's literally And I've learned, like you said, I've learned so much. Like in the last since the pandemic, like I feel like that's when I really fully like learned my craft and like
manual shooting, exposures, and, your shutter speeds, your ISOs, all
like
that.
I finally know, and like I've always wanted to like get to that, but I've always admired like other photographers, like how do they get like their photos like that? And I just never really took the time to like learn. And now like since the pandemic, since when you had got me my Canon 70, that's when I didn't
get that for you. I got that for me.
What?
We'll talk about that right now. But no. I'm gonna express it. Go ahead.
No, I think you told me a little bit before, and that kind of like re-sparked my interest in photography, and so I started to learn. And oh my god, Lightroom was literally like math to me, and it did not make sense. Like I was like, what in the world is this?
It was chemistry.
Literally, because I was just like you said, I was editing on my phone.
Calculus, not calculus. That's the crazy math.
And so like I was trying to figure this out, and like I finally figured it out, and now it's like I know it with my eyes closed. And so like to go like with what you were saying, like with her not like her work and stuff, like I don't know.
To me, it's know the lane that you're in and be okay with where you're at. Embrace it, and embrace
just
where
learn.
you're at,
just
and learn from there. Nehemiah did not. Oh, I ain't gonna talk in third person. My bad. I was about to start talking in third person. What in the world? Okay, we'll talk about this podcast. I brought that Canon 7070 because remember I wanted to start the podcast. Beginning of 2020, January, I had mentioned to you, babe, I want to do this. I don't know how it's gonna happen. It took a couple months until we finally did it. And I started with the Canon 7070. We were using what lens was it? I think I had brought you the 35 1.4. Was it a Sigma one for Canon?
30? No.
Yeah.
I think it was just the kit lens.
Oh, it was the kit lens still?
I think so.
So I was still so we were using the kit lens, and I was like, okay, what am I going to use for audio? Everyone has a mic. So what did I do? I went and bought a Blue Yeti mic from Target, and I didn't have a stand or nothing, so I used a stool that my mom used to use. I didn't have a studio, So what did I use? I used our bedroom as our background. I remember we brought one ring light,
Mm-hmm.
and I started a podcast like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew where I was at. My
Yeah.
podcast were only 5 minutes long, 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Cause I knew I had a love for it, a passion for it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna do it. I knew the level that I was on. Now fast forward to 2024, on my second podcast, I've learned a lot. Now we have 2 cameras. We got about 3 lenses.
Mm-hmm.
We have four lights in total. I got a Rodecaster. I got a Black Magic live switcher board, 4-channel switcher board. I have Shure SM7Bs,
Yeah.
2 of them. And then I have another handheld one, which I think this week, I'm going to just say it now, we might have to buy one more mic because we're starting to expand what we're doing.
Yeah.
I learned how to do this all the way.
And now you're with, all these years, the 4 years that you've been doing it, like now you're able to like charge and like help other people and like even just give knowledge to other people that want to start because you had to learn like from the ground up and like.
And I still don't know a lot.
Yeah.
But what I do know, I've seen the fruits of what I've learned.
Yes.
Maybe not on my personal, and this is something that I had text Pastor Jonathan at our church because I said to him, where's it at? I said this, I might not have huge numbers like everyone else does for my personal stuff. Yeah. But I believe I was meant to help others build a platform, especially a platform that'll help, change, inspire, encourage, uplift someone, bring the light to this culture. And if creative culture never gets to the 100,000 subscribers and the 1,000,000 subscriber, and I am touring and doing all this and sitting down with the most influential people and sitting down with the average Joe that just cleaned up the trash this morning, I'm okay with that. But if I'm able to consult with people, if I'm able to sit down with people, if I'm able to use the equipment that God has allowed us to have and gear up the last 4 years, for me to be able to go and say, hey, this is how much I charge you, and I'll do X, Y, and Z for you for this amount of months. And I'm able to help build someone else's, I'm good. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I told God, I'm okay with either being in front or behind the scenes. If I'm in front of a camera, cool. But if I'm behind the camera, cool.
Yeah.
Because it's never been about me. It's always been about helping others and getting the craft better for other people. People still tell me, how do you get your podcast to look? Because your podcast looks like cinematic-y kind of. Was because I like that look, first of all. And secondly, there's not a lot of podcasts that got that look. Mm-hmm. Now there's another look that I'm looking for, and I'm not going to share it because I don't know what to steal it. First, let me learn it, and then, but you know what kind of look I want to start going for. But it's gearing up for it. It's learning the craft. It's little by little, putting one foot in front of the other to get what we got. Mm-hmm. And I didn't bash nobody. That there's people that I've helped start their podcast that are surpassed me by a lot.
Yeah.
There's one podcast right now that got over 15,000 subscribers. And I gave this person the blueprint that I know. Yeah. We're still at 981. We gain 3, lose 3 all the time. Yep. And I'm okay with that. People have been able to build businesses off of the knowledge that God has given me. And I'm okay with that. Mm-hmm. I have no problem with that. I know somebody that's making anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 a month off of something that I told him how to do. Not that I told him, but basically encouraged, 1 and 2, gave him, hey, this is what I know. This is what I know how to do. Here. Yeah. And they've used the foundation I've given them to become successful. Am I successful? Yeah, I'm successful because I get to still do this. Am I financially successful like they are? No, not yet. Yeah. But I'm grateful and glad that I've never bashed anybody on the way to where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. And like the comment I had posted like a reel saying like, I have put like a saying, supporting the success of others won't dampen like your own. And like I feel like that's like 100% true because man, it just like I said, it baffles me how people can be just so like, what's the word I'm trying to look for? Like they just devalue other people and like, I don't know. I feel like there's enough for everyone and even to like help other people, and
Yeah.
it's just, and also like where we are now, like we're able to help other, like at least from where I'm from, like from Fresno, not a lot of people, especially like in the photography, don't charge that much because they just don't feel like no one's gonna pay that because of where they live. And I mean, I get it to a certain extent where, you know, prices can depend on where you live, you know, depending on pricing and stuff. Like what I charge here, I mean, now I know I can charge that back in Fresno because I know my worth. But like when we were living out there, like, oh, there was no way I could charge what I charge now when we lived back there.
Yeah, 100%.
And so
it
like,
was hard. It was hard because no one's gonna book you.
yeah, because there's somebody else that's charging $100 for an hour, and
You're gonna get $100 quality.
exactly.
With us, we'll charge you.
Like my starting price now is, I mean, I guess it kind of depends on like if I need to travel, but anywhere from $500 to $800.
Yeah.
For a normal session.
But and even that, you're still not gonna get that quality. You're gonna get better than that.
Mm-hmm. And I remember like years ago, me and Ozzy, you knew, like we're like, bro, like how can we even charge more than $200 or $300? Like I can't charge people that much.
And I remember then, a couple years ago, I was sitting down and it's like, nah, bro, you got to charge this. Yeah. We helped them lay out everything because we know how great of a photographer he is. And we know the craft that, we know the time he spent on his craft, on working on it, on getting it better. So I was like, bro, if you don't charge that, bro, you tripping.
And I get it. Like some people don't know, like it's not that he doesn't know his worth, because I know he does know. He does
know his worth, but it's like I don't know how
can I charge that?
How can I do that? And granted, we've had to learn too. We've had people come in and also helped us a little bit. Yeah. Now some of their prices were outrageous. Like, no, you need to charge this much. I'm like, bruh, I'm not trying to have 2 every 3 months. Yeah. Either I'm trying to have consistent every week, get somebody. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes they want to. This is the issue too. Sometimes people want to become rich off of one person. Mm-hmm. Wealth doesn't come from one. It comes from multiple strands. Yes. All these billionaires don't have one source of income. No. They have multiple sources of income. Mm-hmm. And that's what you got to do. And yeah, man, I don't know. People nowadays,
I just don't like how people just, I don't know. Like, and especially if they like.
I thought I had my haircut appointment today. But it said tomorrow. Sorry.
No, you're good. I just feel like also, I don't know. We just need to learn to be a better community and just being able to help others, you know, succeed in life. Like there's enough people and clientele for everyone. And like, why not help somebody else if, you know, like, yeah. My bad. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just don't like when other people just don't, I don't know, support you and like try to help you. And I'm not saying you support everyone, but like, you know, at least just be friendly and like, yeah, everyone's.
And I've gotten to a place where now I've guarded myself to the point where now like giving out free game is hard for me. It's not.
And I get that too. Like want to help people.
I can't do that no more.
Yeah, like you want to help people, but then at the same time, like
I'll even mention shouts out to my boy Jesse. We had dinner with him and he told me you have to charge people. He's like, you cannot. He's like, you know a lot and you have to charge people for that knowledge. Yeah, that's why people pay consultation fees, bro. There's people right now that if you want to get into the podcast industry, They'll give you the bare bone minimum, not even really anything. They'll say, get this app and just do it off that. But they won't tell you how to do it. They won't tell you how to do it. If you want to learn in depth of how to start your podcast, you know, this is book an appointment. This is how much I charge you for an appointment. And people are paying for it. Why? Because there's success. Now, granted, the people that I've helped, they don't want me to tell them. They don't want me to expose that I've helped them. So it's hard for me, right? But I sat back one day, and we'll end with, you know, we'll wrap it up. I sat back, I think like a week or two ago, and I was looking at numbers. I started searching people that I've helped, reels that I've personally done for them, for people, even creative culture, all that. I have close to 100 million views off of stuff that I've done. If not a little more than, or if not, I'm at 100 million views. I have like 6 videos alone that have more than 1 million views that I've created, that I've sat and created. I don't brag about it. I kind of feel cringy even talking about this right now. But I know somebody else that has 1 billion views. I can't compare myself to him. I can only be encouraged by him. Like if he was able to do that.
Yeah.
So go back to the beginning of what we were talking about with this lady. Maybe you can't charge $8,500 yet. You're not at that level. It's okay to tell yourself, I'm not there yet. Mm-hmm. But it's okay to say, I'm going to support you and I want to get to your level. I want to be able to get to that position to where I can charge starting rates at 85, 10,000, 20, whatever it is. Because everyone has to build their way up. Yeah. Everyone has to build their way up. Yeah. You don't become successful overnight. And if it's overnight, it won't be sustained for long. Why do we have so many one-hit wonders in the music industry? Mm-hmm. Why do we have so many content creators that have started and have one video go viral and then they don't go viral for the next 5 years? Yeah. Why? Because what's done quickly won't be sustained. Mm-hmm. What's done quickly will finish quickly. But what has taken time to build.
Like you said, okay, sorry to cut you off, but like we just said on the podcast before, the deeper the pit, like the louder, like
the echo.
Not the echo, but like I was saying, like the analogy of like the tree, like the deeper you dig a hole and the roots are able to like grow down, like the more strong and sustained like it's gonna be, like in a big hurricane or a wind, compared if you just like do and just like it's not gonna like stand long.
The deeper the roots, the deeper the roots, the more the fruit.
Dang. Okay.
The deeper the root, the more fruit you produce.
One line over here, another one.
It's true.
Yeah, I know.
The deeper the roots, the more fruit you produce.
Yep. Yeah.
It's that simple.
So like going back to like that, like,
dang,
you have to like learn. Like I said earlier, your chapter. Well, you can't compare your chapter 1 and chapter 20. Like you have to like learn within chapter 1 and 19. Like you have to like dig. You have to learn. There's gonna be fall downs. There's gonna be like mistakes and stuff that you have to learn. And like that's the only thing that's gonna make you stronger is like your mess ups, because you're gonna learn from that. So
yeah, man.
That's all I gotta say. Just be nice to people. Don't discourage other people's business or like put a curse on your own self, because it's just help others.
You curse yourself by comparing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You curse yourself by comparing yourself.
Yeah.
The moment you focus your eyes on someone else's success,
you steal your own like joy and your own.
You rob yourself from the success that God has for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because you're comparing.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I don't
You're
care,
you.
bro.
I'm myself. That's why God made so many different people,
Like I
and
said,
you're one of.
and support
Yeah.
others. Don't bash others,
Oh.
bro. I support,
Yeah.
and if they don't support you, so what?
Yep.
Somebody else will, bro. Somebody else will, sis.
Just like you look up to somebody, there's maybe somebody else looks up to you, and that they don't
Man,
even
come on.
you don't even know. So it's like,
You'll never know the people you impact, really.
no,
I really don't know who watches our podcast. And it's not until I'm in our church or I'm somewhere else where,
but hey,
man, you were talking about that. What happened at South Valley when we had a group of people just come up to us?
I know.
I was like, what?
You watch us?
You never know who watch. There's people that we know that I'm not gonna mention here, but this because they watch. It's like we just found out about some people that watch us,
They're just a silent watchers.
and they're silent watchers, but they watching.
Yeah.
Like to have Trinity like DM me and say, "Oh, I can't wait to watch this." That encourages me because there's somebody that wants to listen to what we got to say, and that lets me know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
From the beginning of 2020, I've always wanted to encourage somebody. I've always wanted to motivate somebody. I get emotional thinking about it because to this day, that's all I want to do. I don't care about the fame. I don't care about the numbers. I care about the one person that it touches. Whether it's a DM that I get, whether it's a text that I get, whether it's a phone call or interaction in person.
Yeah.
That's what I care about.
And I can tell because, like, when people do, like, say stuff to you, like, hey, man, this, or you show me, like, DMs, you're like, hey, babe, look at it. Like, I can see, like, the joy in your face. It's like, and I know your heart, and, like, that's all you want to do. You want to help people.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it can be with financially or, like, just, like, emotionally or just, like, you know, like, man to man or, like, that's you. That's all you right there. You just love helping people in any way that you can. So.
Some people take advantage and some people don't. Some people have tried to devalue the character within me because they know that. But if I stop answering your phone call, you know why?
Yeah.
Whoever's watching, if I stop answering your phone call, you know why? It's not that I'm better than you. I just gotta outgrow you sometimes. Sometimes people are meant for seasons, and that's okay. And we're getting off topic, so I'm gonna end it because now we're gonna go for another hour.
I know.
And because I got a whole nother, I got so many things that just popped in my mind right now. But thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching here. Creative Culture, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this with somebody that maybe they need to hear this. And please, if any of this has encouraged you, if any of this has helped you, even just entertained you, please comment or DM us. Let us know, man, because it does encourage us and it does help us with knowing that there is one person that we're touching. We're not doing Creative Culture to bring our culture up. We're doing this to bring the culture up. We're doing this to help the culture, to help one person one day at a time, to be able to be a change of the person that's next to you, not the person that's in a whole nother city, in a whole nother playing field. No, it's to help the one person that's in your vicinity. So thank you guys for watching Creative Culture. We believe creatives like you and I can change the culture we live in today. So go out there and be the change. And we see you on the next one.